Yes, the rhythm's a rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhyme.
Welcome to the respiratory system. Breathing starts in the brain. The respiratory control system is the medulla oblongata. This is in the lower part of your brain. It measures the pH or the fluid in your brain. A drop in pH means higher levels of carbon dioxide, which will cause your breathing rate to go up, like in exercise.
When you take a breath of air, it first passes through the airway of the pharynx, which is the throat, where it passes to the larynx, which is the voice box. The larynx is covered by a flap of cartilage, the epiglottis. This covers the larynx when you swallow to avoid choking. The larynx leads to the trachea, which leads to the bronchi. These branch into two parts to each lung. These are the primary bronchi, which then branch out into each lobe of the lung. These lead to the bronchioles, which then lead to the alveoli. The alveoli
are air sacs covering in capillaries, small blood vessels. This is where the gas exchange occurs.
Oxygen is diffused through the alveoli walls into the capillaries, to the bloodstream. Carbon dioxide is transported back from the bloodstream back to the alveoli, which then travels back up the respiratory system. This is exhalation.
There are two lungs in the respiratory system. The lungs are pink spongy structures in the chest that house the alveoli. They are protected by the rib cage. Muscles in the rib cage help expand it when the lungs fill with air. The lungs are covered by a pleural membrane. This allows the lungs to easily pass by each other. The lungs have a vital capacity, how much oxygen a person can inhale, of usually 3.4 to 4.8 liters of oxygen for young adults. When you inhale, the diaphragm, a muscle located at the bottom of your chest cavity, contracts, which lowers the pressure in the chest from the air pressure outside the body. This causes air to rush in through the airways and inflate the lungs. When you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and the chest pressure increases, forcing the air to flow out of the lungs.
She's not breathing. We can tell this because her chest is not rising and lowering. What must we do in this horrible situation?
Well, we should do CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. This is rescue breathing and chest compressions.
That's a good idea. We should give it a try.
Chest compressions help the oxygen-rich blood keep flowing through her body, and the rescue breathing helps oxygen get into her lungs to revive her.
Does it really?
Yeah! No. Smoking can cause the cilia lining the airway tract to stop working. They will essentially be paralyzed. Cilia are small hair-like structures that help keep dirt from getting into the lungs. Particles can get trapped in the airway from smoking when they stop working, and mucus can build up. This can also cause a lot of coughing from the mucus buildup.
Bronchitis. When bronchi becomes inflamed and irritated due to smoking, this makes it harder to breathe since the bronchi become smaller from inflammation.
It's good not to smoke because you could get emphysema.
What is emphysema?
Emphysema is when the bronchioles in the lungs collapse because the tissue that gets damaged from the tar and cigarettes can't support them anymore. It gets harder to breathe. Carbon dioxide can become trapped in the alveoli because it can't get to the bronchioles. This causes the gas exchange to slow, which can eventually lead to death. A disease that affects the respiratory system, and especially many kids, is asthma. When the linings of the bronchi become inflamed, the muscles inside here tighten, making it very hard to breathe. There is no known specific cause, but exercise and dust can cause an asthma attack. When the airways tighten or twitch, causing a lot of difficulty to breathe. Starts at the brain. In the lower part of your brain rests the medulla oblongata. This measures the pH and the fluid around your brain.
That wasn't.
And okay,
I'm out of breath.
okay. Welcome. Please stop laughing. I just want to get this done. Okay, welcome to the respiratory system.
Natasha, I'm gonna slap
You
you.
do the thing with your hand.
Do you want me to like not record this?
Toilet or air socks.